unstoppable inspirational speaker. No doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that women need men as much as men do need them. Listen to my inspiration, guys. It's always a pleasure to share my thoughts with you guys. Yeah, so this is it, guys. Integrity. Let's talk about integrity. I care about what you do when nobody else is seeing you. I care about the internal conversation you have with yourself when no one is seeing you. Somebody is coming at your place and then they are asking the children whether you are at home or not, and you tell the children to tell them that you are not at home. I mean, what are you showing to these children? Why are you showing double standard? Because at the end of the day, these children are going to behave exactly how you behave, because for you, you think hypocrisy is the order of the day, is the better thing to do. But I hold the view that going forward, it's about being authentic. I'm all about being authentic and genuine, guys. You know, if you are telling your kids to do this and you want to them to act right, what are you showing to them? I care about that. When nobody else is seeing you in the dark, what do you do? As Hitler, as you, what do you do? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have everything. We have to be great people in our lifetime, but some of us are worst enemies to ourselves. Because you care about, the little things. You care about temporary things. You're not caring about a vision. You're not caring about a future. To build the children that we have in our life. To build your life by investing in yourself. I hold the view that going forward it will need us to be authentic and genuine. That's what is important, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see a way of doing that which is good. How do you act so nice? You are so good. You compliment your co-workers. You do everything it takes to make sure they are lovely, they are happy, they are blissful, But when you are at home, what conversation do you have with your kids? What conversation do you have with your wife or your husband? Some of us, we are in the business of rudely treating them, where we treat the stranger in the best way possible, but in our own houses, we treat them the hell and we strike the hell out of people. I am all about being authentic and genuine, guys. Let's be realistic. Let's be real. We act that, we do that which is good, and everybody will admire that, Why would we have double standard? Let's do that which is good, and then people will be motivated. People will always do that which is good. People will always be people. They will talk about you, and immediately they are talking about you. You are the headline, and never shall you always remain the tail. They are talking about you because they want you to come back into their level. But I hold the view that going forward will need you not to pay a mind to them. Just be a professional ignorer. Move your course. Some battles are not for you to fight. Leave the battle unto God. There are other people who are coming to be detractors. They want to derail your path, your course. But I hold the view that going forward will need you to remain relentless. Stay unwavered on that dream that you have on your inside. I want to tell you about the story of a man who married a wife. The guy was called Opio. He had a brother called Ochen. Every time this wife would get to beat Opio, every time Opio goes out, he comes late, the wife would beat Opio seriously. And the wife is the one who is always making a lot of noise. And then she will make sure if people are already coming, she turns Opio to be on top of her to show people that indeed Opio was the one beating her. The story went on, but it reached a time when Opio, the brother of Opio, did martial art, who was called Ochen, and Ochen told Opio, because Opio lost one of his teeth, and then Ochen had to ask Opio, what is it that is happening every day? Why have you lost your teeth? What is happening? Tell me the truth. If you don't tell me the truth, because Ochen is trained, he told Opio, if you don't tell me the truth, I'm going to beat you. Let me know the truth of the matter every day. What happens in your house? Every time there is a fight in your house, what is happening? In fear, Opio said, you know, my brother, I don't want you to do anything about this, but just know my wife is always beating me up. And when you people are coming around, you know, she will make sure that she puts me on top of her to make sure that people believe her, that, you know, she was the person who was right. She was the person who was being beaten, you know. But the truth came to be known when Opio told Ochen about the whole story, the whole story that has been going on. People had the wrong narrative, but Opio made it clear to Ochen because of fear that Ochen would beat him up, because Ochen was trained. So that was what was going on. And after telling him, because the wife always knows that Opio comes back when he's drunk, then Opio this day, when he knew Ochen wanted to help him out to iron out this situation, he told this Opio to aggravate the woman before he leaves to go and drink. And then we should make sure that he, after aggravating her, knows that there is a different person who is going to come today, you know. Opio told the woman, you know, every day for me, I just forgive you. I don't want to beat you up. But today you're going to see me. Okay, then the wife was like, okay, you go, but I want you to come back early. If you don't come back early, I'll show you what I've always been showing you every day. You know? Then he said, no, today I'm going to come and show you that I am the guy who has always been forgiving you. But you don't know about it. You know? So, he went to the drinking joint. He wanted to come back early. Ochen told him, no, don't go back early. Today, I'm the one going back there. And you know what? He doesn't drink. Ochen doesn't drink, but he poured alcohol on himself, and then he went. You know, he knocked on the door. You know, the woman opened up. And as always, she started up on this guy to beat this guy, you know. But that is the day that Ochen came in disguise. But like Opio, but yes, Ochen showed the woman that indeed men are stronger. Men, if they mean to do something, they can do that, and you can never forget. So Ochen beat up this woman properly, and then she knew that indeed every day my husband forgives me. He doesn't want to beat me up. So what does this story tell you? A lot of times things happen in our lives when we do not know. Some of us, we assume, we know the right things. Some of us, we are doing things, we presuppose we are doing the right things, but we are not even sure whether we are doing the right thing. And there are some internal conversations where you sit, sometimes you wonder, sometimes you're like, man, I wish I had done something else with my life. Do you have that moment sometimes? It happens, guys. It all happens to all of us, But stay on your course. Keep running for you. Keep doing that which is good, and make sure that you come back on track. Let's do that which is good, and avoid pretense. Avoid doing that which is not you. Be real. Be authentic and genuine. That is what is important, ladies and gentlemen. Let us be the people, who are going to be the difference makers, the people who are going to be the trailblazers. People will always be people. People will be talking about you. If you don't talk to people, they will say you are too proud. When you talk to everyone, they will say you are very simple. When you are doing something, they will talk. When you're not doing something, they will talk. People will always be people. But choose that which is good, what you think you have got to do, and that can change the story of your life. Because God created us not to live a mediocre kind of life. We are supposed to live fully fledged life. And we have got all it takes to be that which is good, to be those great names that are yet to be written. Our names are yet to be written. That is the day that everybody will want to identify themselves with you, because when you're on the pinnacle of your success, everybody will want to identify with you. But know that the beginning is never easy. No, it's not easy, guys. If it were easy, would we have had Nelson Mandela 27 years in prison? If it were easy, would we have had Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? to say, I have a dream. Little did I know on one day in the street in New York, in the street in USA, if only I had sneezed, I would have not been there on this day. I know the battle is tough. I don't know what is stabbing you like Martin Luther King, but I care about you doing that which is good, and you will reach your destiny without no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that women need men as much as men do need women. But sometimes the women are blaming God why they are not getting married. But listen to the internal conversations that they have within themselves. Sometimes you tell a woman, you are beautiful. You tell a man, you are handsome. But they're like, man, are you serious? Are you for real? They are not sure they are that beautiful. They are created in God's own image. They have everything they have got to have. And the women are blaming God, but they don't know the internal conversations they have with themselves. They are the types who are thinking of blue, white, green party that they is going around. They are thinking of the latest fashion. They are not caring for the man. They are not calling. They are not texting. They are not showing concern. They are not showing care to the man, and they would expect the man to behave nice. What are you offering into that relationship? That is what is important, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Let us hope for something into the relationship. Let's value the people we have in our lives. Listen to the internal conversations you have within yourself, because we can be great enemies of ourselves. Listen carefully to what is resonating within you. Always listen to those. Because we are only a reflection of the people we associate ourselves with. The people we live around with are the people whom we are going to imitate, are the people who are going to reflect in our lives. You're going to be like a fluorescent item. You reflect that which comes unto you. That is it. Listen to that. I believe you have everything you need to be grateful, to be, because God has a good plan for all of us. And sometimes we think that we are already late on our program, but God will run towards us. God has it all figured out. You may not have everything. You may not have a kid now. You may not have the job you need. You may not have the finances you have. But think about this. If God blessed you to have everything that you need now, by the way, we may not even have everything we need. But if God blessed you with the finance now, but are you able to maneuver? Are you able to handle it with care, with curiosity? Are you able to handle it with that great character, behavior that will not mess up your life? I care about that. I care about that. Sometimes God hasn't given you all that you need because, God isn't finished with you yet. If they gave you that money too early, you would mess your life up. If they give you that kid that you have been longing for, perhaps you may not, live a fully fledged life. Think about Sarah getting, to give birth to the Isaac at 90 plus. You can do that. Because God has it all figured out. God is the Alpha and the Omega. Is the beginning and the end. He has everything. The store has never run dry. His supply chain is always full. And He's looking out to bless our lives. But some of our lives are not yet put right. Fix your life. Invest in yourself. Sacrifice yourself to do that which is good to help humanity, and be able not to associate yourself with the negative people, because if we associate ourselves with the positive people, that's what we will send out there. So let us go out there and look. Let us search. Let's be grateful people to do that which is good, and we make sure that people will as well, figure it out to do that which will transform the lives of the people that we live with. Think about this. If you want to quit, think about the reason you started. Never should you throw up in the towel, because God is not yet finished with us. Our lives are supposed to be lives of the leaders, the head and never the tail. As for me and my house, we will always serve the Lord, because that is what God demands of us. Until eternity, until I birth my last, I will always keep serving you, dear God. Sometimes I wonder why my God has blessed it this much. But yes, again, I know that I was indeed serving. I was giving. I was doing everything I could, even if I didn't have a job, even if I didn't have money. But I was serving. I was helping. I was there to help someone, to inspire someone to positivity. Think about that. What have you been doing with your life? Because before you can expect something to be given unto you, have you been a giver? Have you been that person who is giving out that which is good? That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us do that which is good, and God will bless us in His own timing, because we have been in the hustle ever since, and never should we give up. Never should we throw up in a towel. Let us be relentless. Let us be steadfast on our cause, to always keep fighting, to be there, to be able to transform and change the story of our lives. Because at the end of the day, the story of our lives can be able to change along the way. But let us offer ourselves to be a family to one another. Because being a family doesn't mean you need to be blood related, or it doesn't mean you have to be a wife and husband. But if someone is able to offer a hand, somebody is able to care for you, somebody is able to stay there for you, to show that you are a person who can, you can do it, you can make something happen. They are there whether you are having it or you're not having it, through thick and thin. They are there for you. That's what a family means. And that is how I wish we could be to many of our friends out there. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourself. Hitler remains my name. Please subscribe to my channel, YouTube Transformation for the Better, or Chan Hitler. That is it.